Conscious rhythms taking me to a place I wanna go. The words I speak are all I need to make the music flow. Ukureggae is the sound that does no wrong. High frequency of people make you dance and sing along. Ukureggae is the place for you to be. Musicians jam collective in a state of symmetry. Forgetting about your sickness and forgetting about your pain. Cause when the music's playing, peace of mind will be regained. Ukureggae shining a light across stormy sea. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. The evening is done and the night is begun, and I'm sitting here all on my own. A pad in my lap and a pen in my hand and a pen that I'm calling my home. Simplicity is the way I believe I'll be happy, I'm making it known. Aspire to life with some friends or a wife, cause it's better than being alone. The wealth that some seek for the riches they speak are elusive, or so I am told. Work until 5 at the end of your life, be rewarded with pleasure and gold. The freedom I seek for the life that I lead will be granted to me when I'm old. A life of pursuit, it will bear little fruits to reflect on the life you have sold. I want more from the days I breathe. The things I need are expensive. You want more of the work I give. I'm tired and I find that offensive. Music is the remedy to all of my pain. And when I sing and play, it comes to soothe my weary brain. It takes me to a higher place beyond this earthly plane. My spirit's lifted up with tranquility again. Why oh 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 oh. Why oh 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 oh. Why oh 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 oh. Conscious rhythms taking me to a place I wanna go. Words I speak are all I need to make the music flow. Ukureggae is the sound that does no wrong. High frequency of people make you dance and sing along. Ukureggae is the place for you to be. Musicians jam collective in a state of symmetry. Forgetting about your sickness and forgetting about your pain. Cause when the music's playing, peace of mind will be regained. Ukureggae shining a light across stormy sea. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. The politic man speaking up for his climax, an enemy from overseas. Then waging a war for the profits they score in the guise of our security. They scheme and they hustle, are flexing their military muscle, securing their feet. Desire to invest in some corporate interest, the potential of profits they see. The sound of a gun makes civilians run, but they fear for the village they build. Consumed by a fear that just won't disappear, while the profit they tended to wield. The soldier can't sleep with the memories they keep on recalling, the blood they have spilled. The horrors they see for their country and queen, leave them lost in discomfort and guilt. I want more from the world I see. We won't be free without repentance. You want war that isn't fine with me. Our country's run with greed and vengeance. Music is the remedy to all of my pain. And when I sing and play, it comes to soothe my weary brain. It takes me to a higher place beyond this earthly plane. My spirit's lifted up with tranquility again. Why oh oh oh. Why oh oh. Why oh oh. in a state of symmetry. It's Ukureggae. It's Ukureggae. It's Ukureggae.
Naturally anxiety driven, we've been conditioned this way through terrorism on the television. They're constantly swarming our reality with fear and confusion, chaos, so you have no choice but to listen. Stay calm and strong, heal your inner world. The spirits clarify your purpose with the vision. We need to unite with love, no division. Don't let them scare you with their lies, hiding you from your spirit. Look deep within and listen, trust yourself, you've always had the wisdom. Stay connected to the truth, don't let their lies confuse you. Everyone is waking up to the power within them, and it's beautiful. When you look in your brother or sister's eyes, what you're seeing is a reflection of your mind. We are one consciousness and it's getting high, infinite, bottomless. Best believe you are divine. The universe is dancing, the universe is alive, and its complex beauty is reflected within the mind. Everything is creation, a complex, beautiful design. Nature is magical, everything is flowing and connected with love. So with love we revive, we are blessed. Gratitude brings bliss inside. Awareness helps you see the light. Even the darkest clouds have a silver line. Stay patient, everything is in divine time. Everything happens for a reason, patterns aligning, always perfect timing. Every cloud has a silver lining. Imperfections show the beauty of life's alchemy. The vines rising through the portal of the mind's iris, rising up with the power of love to find bliss. Power of love to find bliss within the mind of the wild. Wise soul but still look through the eyes of a child. Deep within the mind of the wild, wise soul but still look through the eyes of a child.
I feel reflective, there's so much on my mind. It's seeming hectic, an endless daily grind. New tunes eclectic, a fresh new sound this time. With Miss Perspective, she always kills the rhyme. Confound all expectation, we shine bright in relation to other poets, but we embracing, cause competition is bracing. Collaboration's amazing, while we're side off stage gazing at the audience, what's that beneath the roof will be raising.
Step into the haze of the shaman, stuck in a daze and it's blatant. Don't be afraid at the energy of sacred, we're all sacred. Motherland, we're gonna make it. Are we inside the womb hotboxing when I blaze spliffs? In my macabre up in space like a spaceship, rewired for the rebirth. Mind state switch, stay open-minded and prepare for the unexpected. But never be afraid, have faith, you're heading in the right direction. Your higher self is guiding the way to ascension. Trust yourself, trust the journey, learn the lessons. And when shit seems to go pear-shaped, it's just divine intervention. When you're falling in darkness, there's a light interception, trying to pull you back with the right intervention. Sometimes the answer's in a question. Never stop questioning, I'm intrigued by your perception.
I feel reflective, there's so much on my mind. It's seeming hectic, an endless daily grind. New tunes eclectic, a fresh new sound this time. With Miss Perspective, she always kills the rhyme. Confound all expectation, we shine bright in relation to other poets, but we embracing, cause competition is bracing. Collaboration's amazing, while we're side off stage gazing at the audience, what's happening beneath the roof will be raising. I'm searching to satisfy my desires, I'm working when low, bad times complex, and so I'm hurting. But no brighter days, reality will be reverting. So flow, face the cycle head on, no diverting. Disconcerted to let it crush you. Keep it certain, cause yearning leads to higher consciousness averting. Keep learning the intellectual fires, keep them burning. We're turning the cogs in the system, forever churning. Traps that lead astray will make you wish for better days, because we all have our addictions, so don't fall for darker ways. Me, I'm building my conviction, lost bad habits, my affliction. Life hardship is no fiction, and no person is perfection. Reach out, find connection, see now the wrong direction could be negative projection of life journey's intersection. Today, if you feel hollow, feel great about tomorrow. The narrative you swallow helps feel vibrant or just wallow. Different parts of your living world are off kilter. Whirlwind descending darkness, vortex, helter-skelter. Some have multiple houses while others can't find shelter. Some spewing excessive greenhouse gases while arid regions swelter. But as the sunlight glistens through the trees and the leaves, scuds shapes through the skyline, it weaves a pattern. Believe it happened like the rings of Saturn. Big cyclical masses of rocks and gases they're wrapped on. Gravity and masses, it surpasses over processes, that's facts on. Big balls of ember up in the night sky they're stacked on. Other galaxies infinitely packed on, it impacts on the mind. We're small, we're insignificant, we're tiny, but I feel like a big man when I'm dropping bars rhyming. Every word you can hear, I'm fitting in timely, so don't mind me. How the little words rhyme me, but blimey, there's worries too. Life isn't always simple and effortless. Got things we go through, it's not like we don't ever stress. Nevertheless, if ever you stress, caress yourself, cause mental health is serious. Don't let the stress define your reality. There's way more that you can be. Choose love and tread carefully. Love those who deserve you for harmony. Above all, approach every moment calmly. The downfall of many great men is anger that's balmy. I feel reflective, there's so much on my mind. It's seeming hectic, an endless daily grind. New tunes eclectic, a fresh new sound this time. With missed perspectives, she always kills the rhyme. Confound all expectation, we shine bright in relation to other poets, but we embracing, cause competition is bracing. Collaboration's amazing, what was out of stage gazing. How the audience was at beneath the roof will be raising.
Motto, scientific synchronistic munching on Tibetan momos. Banks are getting bound at how will single mothers cope though. Friendship and love looks like the emperor's got no clothes. Maybe it got hot in air, climate change no need to fear. Where all silver surfers riding high tide on a solar flare. Shake it like a carnival, not trying to be art at all. Keep the light inside to shine like my eyes, cause I'm partial to the fluffy side of life. I've seen the grimy side, no need to fear. Life is like even their light resides. I might be right, I might be wrong, I might be something more than superficial. When it comes to words that make you blow your horns and whistle.
Bodies made of water.
Bodies made of water. Bodies made of water. We are just bodies made of water. Water, fire, earth, air, ether or spirit. Either or, what you call the fifth element. Either spirit or love, prana or chi, my brethren. Which is chicken, which is egg, intuition or intelligence. City-side shamans meditate in sick tenements, healing the space with mere grace of their resonance. Come and visit me in nature, I keep telling them. Getting them blessed up in fractal compression. The expression of the Most High in individual incarnations indivisible. From the Most High, the clouds behind the leaves. Nature's screensaver, it'll save you. Get rooted, confide in trees. The moon behind the clouds, the sun is the savior. Recuperate to shine, your solar all day. The body's made of water, drinking fresh water from the tour. Gratitude, Mother Earth, I adore ya.
Bodies made of water.
Bodies made of water. We are just bodies made of water. We are just bodies made of water. Motto, scientific synchronistic munching on Tibetan momos. Banks are getting bound at how all single mothers cope though. Friendship and love looks like the emperor's got no clothes. Maybe it got hot in air, climate change no need to fear. Well, all silver surfers riding high tide on a solar flare. Shake it like a carnival, not trying to be hard at all. Keep the light inside to shine like bright, cause I'm partial to the fluffy side of life. I've seen the grimy side, no need to fear. Life is like even their light resides. I might be right, I might be wrong, I might be something more than superficial. When it comes to words that make you blow your horns and whistle.
Bodies made of water.
We are just bodies made of water. Bodies made of water. We are just bodies made of water.
Often straying out of the boxes of the rules we set ourselves, so our behaviors aren't toxic. Better watch it, Because to everyone's dismay, there's a devil on your shoulder there to lead you astray. These contradictions are rife and they're intrinsic to life. Just try to be your best through all the joy and the strife. With paradoxes always there like drunken detoxes. So just watch this, all the while I drop some stories, I've got this. Couple months go by, I'm on a healthy and dry vibe. People asking me to party, I'm feeling stealthy, no high tribe. Space cadets ain't appealing, cause I ain't feeling your nightlife. Face fast cannot be dealing, and my liver's healing, I might hide. Plus cocaine is bad for the world, you got no shame. Cartels fly around in their own planes, destroying the world, man, it's so plain. Enjoying the wealth in their own games, blowing my stuff for their crew reign. Destroying the health of your own brain, so lame and profane. But I'm a gritty dippy hippie who likes to get trippy. Build my beats with a loop and a uke on a mic, I get spitty. Bust my rhymes with a pint and a zoo, and my words are so witty. Trust this time feeling high, so who's all go hit the city. Pints going down so easy, but the music's cheesy, let's leave here. Outside nice, warm and breezy, so my friends just leave me, I need beer. Stumble across a back and a CD, back garden smells weedy, let's go there. Powders are much, you just feed me a bit, won't be greedy, get speedy, believe me, I don't care. I suppose it's the option arose, or head to the toilet and powder my nose, then go back to the bar, we'll see how the night goes, and I'll hit the dance floor with my sisters and bros. Consciousness candy, a bum full of manly, feel joyful and randy, but peaceful like Andy. Out to the beach, you make this get sandy, you wrote me a split for the gift, man, that's handy. Morning awoken, exhausted and broken, self-smoking, been talking for fussy, this talking, spill drinks, I'm a hope, and I guess I'll just go then and try to live better next week, cause I'm working. Cause I'm working, whoa, with paradoxes, often straying out of the boxes. But the rules we set ourselves, so our behavior's untoxic. Better watch it, because to everyone's dismay, there's a devil on your shoulder there to lead you astray. These contradictions are rife and they're intrinsic to life. Just try to be your best through all the joy and the strife. With paradoxes always there like drunken detoxes. So just watch this, all the while I drop some stories, I've got this.
Can you understand, or do you see? Plain delirious, I've got away with words, but can't put into words quite what I experience. But when I do, it is on point. Still this life's mysterious. Higher ground, we are all equal. Still they think that I'm inferior. Connected with the collective, can you hear me now? Don't disrespect it, don't fear the sound. Intercepted perception, can you feel the sound? Psychedelic, real profound. Psychedelic, real profound. Yo, kaleidoscopic introspection, flow with the spirit, no misdirection. Floating down a stream of unknown. Harmony is key, do your thing and watch the truth paradoxically unfold. And we flow like stoner druid, stoner fluid, connected with the nature, that's how stoner do it. It's a consciousness, this kind of movement. Open your mind and chakra for the grooving. Meditate to elevate, there's always room for improvement. We keep on growing and flowing in this infinite movement. Yo, yeah. And we smoke the ganja every day. This healing herb helps and shines in many ways. It's a heavy wave, but don't worry, just enjoy so your spirit feels floaty. Featherweight, I love ganja, makes me meditate. Feel my consciousness elevate. Switch up the mind state, now we reside on the wave in a high place. Sorry, I forgot what you said to me yesterday. Nearly every second of the day I'm baked. Squinted eyes, but I'm not asleep, I am awake. But sometimes get on the vibe when my pupils dilate. It's the highest grade ganja that we blaze. I'm not bragging, I'm just amazed. And we need to educate all the people that I've been lied to from the media and government. Say it's bad to blaze, they say it's bad for your brain, makes you do wrong and go insane. But they're the ones dumbing us down, don't play their game. Yeah, we need to unite, they're trying to separate. Be aware and get love in your mind state. Yeah, love, see the real from fake.
I said Corona, I'm stuck at home like a stoner, but that's the way I like it. Don't wanna see you, but I phone you, not alone, yeah. My housemates are here today. The system is collapsing and we'll show you a new way. Some days we're working hard and got the world on our shoulders. We need someone for comfort, like a lover to hold us. Lightheartedness evaporates, resentfulness smolders. Well, the service is a cut to boost profits for shareholders. When you meet someone who's vulnerable, reach out cause they may need it. We haven't had the same life, even if you think you have conceded. Educate yourself cause forms of domination rule the way they deem fit. And if it seems shit, leaving a regime shift, ending with a dean fist, stopping us from dream big. You feel inferior when you should feel sweet and blessed. Or the power that's unjustified should deconstruct or stress it. If your place in life is built on exploitation, just confess it. Let's build a better world lest we devolve into a cesspit. And with side wrote a classic he called Orientalism by the Occident and Orient as the West and East division. Patronizing attitudes maintain this global schism, which leads to an exploitation they call post-colonialism. But the picture isn't simple now, it's 3D like a prism. Some control the surplus through their corporate despotism. They kindly give out jobs, but they fob you off with pittance. For the poorest, half the deal's half-assed a working class life sentence. Repentance seek transcendence from relentless crimes, misfortune. Dependence on descendants of your parents cause distortion. Word of caution, if your pad has always been well padded, how to imagine a life in which you never had it. The judgment start to creep in, daddy work for it, I'll keep it. Then anybody poor are deserving of it, they seem sheer compassion. Blinded by riches, fashion-minded bewitches. The mindset of people born into wealth switches. Building a new reality, wielding we cannot guarantee. Appealing to those in poverty with false as mock authority. Stealing that force we cannot see, dealing with crooks, their family. Conceding corruption repeatedly, unfeeling for vulnerability. Projecting false civility, infecting sensitivity. Subjecting us to tyranny, objecting to tranquility. Deflecting our hostility, reflecting our nobility. Neglecting fairest policies, electing for inequality. Willingness we must stress as a contest for the long stretch. Is the wrong flex, it belongs dead, it prolongs dread. That my song says, a strong threat, but its form spreads full of scorn, dread, the war-torn fled. Don't be deciding when people are dying, the people who got us are wrong plebs. Bigger the water, the badder the beast, slicker the quicker the capital fees. Picking up pocket, a pack of the profit, the back and the poisonous policy packages. Ticking and talking, time for talking is temporary. Fight of the centuries, imminent, mentally wearing our sound or frown, stay vigilant. It's time we recognize that how we're living could surprise us. No more giving that defines us, but forgiving brings the vibe up. Doing bidding of those high up could be leading us aright. Fuck all the judgment from the narrative is there but don't define us. Refinement of our global system said it should be welcome. We're heading in the wrong direction, creep assist, so help them. If you struggle at the bottom where the negative of outcomes, define your daily struggles, hope your troubles will be undone. Hardship in society, relentless impropriety. Variety of people experiencing anxiety. There's bad notoriety if you don't live quietly, regardless of these structures existing unjustifiably. Some can earn a wage reliably, the suffer undeniably, can even pay the bills. We got pills straight from psychiatry. What about sobriety? Feelings that it could be dietary, anything but power, which demands compliancy. And if you have variety, that crush you all entirely. No food on your kids' plate, but wait, they laugh maniacally. When you for feeding fiery, that crush resistance violently. Increases in surveillance to undermine your privacy. Some days we tread a lonely path, and we breathe a heavy sigh for friendships that have broken down and lovers from days gone by. Reflection leads to sadness and a melancholy cry. We cannot shake our heartache, however hard we try. Turn your focus skyward, break the unhappy spell. Life may not have turned out how you wanted it to, but there's beauty in that as well. Remember when you're lonesome or holding back your frown. Everybody feels the same sometimes, it's normal to be feeling down.
sing to lift my spirits up, it fills my heart with grace. When solitude is the only thing inhabiting this space, within ourselves the outside world is something we can face. Turn your focus skyward, break the unhappy spell. Life may not have turned out how you wanted it to, but there's beauty in that as well. Remember when you're lonesome or holding back your frown. Everybody feels the same sometimes, it's normal to be feeling down. Turn your focus skyward, break the unhappy spell. Life may not have turned out how you wanted it to, but there's beauty in that as well. Remember when you're lonesome or holding back your frown. Everybody feels the same sometimes, it's normal to be feeling down. Well, if we haven't caught your interest, time to see who the deal with this little jazzy number with a Hawaiian feel. A song to make you smile, even just for a while, with sound. Yeah, we don't do it for the money, we don't do it for fame. Like so many modern artists, aspirations the same. Creatively expressing's the most valuable of blessings we found. The January blues didn't hit me this year, because I found myself some solace in the music you hear. No loneliness and cursing with an afternoon rehearsing with friends. Yeah, when the winter days are over, I'll be hitting the road with the back of an old camper as my humble abode. I'll jack in my old job and I don't care what snob that offends. The weather's getting colder, but my spirit's getting bolder as my final day of work draws near. Rid yourself of worry, live slowly, don't hurry. Spend your days relaxing and immersed in good cheer. I'm on a freight train bound for a new place I found. I'm seeking freedom, yeah. I'm on a freight train bound for a new place I found. I'm seeking freedom. The summers now are blooming and the ladies are a-swooning as I strum my ukulele with ease. The band that I'm a-hooning to, the festivals are booming and I just do what I please. Well, I was singing about a day when my freedom was gone, but my consciousness and state of mind weren't where they belong. I'm on a freight train bound for a new place I found. I'm seeking freedom. I'm on a freight train bound for a new place I found. I'm seeking freedom, yeah. I'm on a freight train bound for a new place I found. I'm seeking freedom.
The coldness of the winter's giving way to warm spring. You may be in isolation, but I'll tell you one thing. There's people all around, so give your best friend a ring. And talk and laugh and throw a celebration and sing. Resisting the inevitable will make you feel long. So if you don't like this time of year, I urge you be strong. There's pleasure all around us, in this world we belong. The seasons are a-changing like the keys in this song. I'm on a freight train bound for a new place I've found. I'm seeking freedom. Yeah, I'm on a freight train bound for a new place I've found. I'm seeking freedom. Some days when we're living life, I see our feeling we're crappy and reeling from problems we're dealing in. Life we feel is bringing us down. Way. The world says depressing, we're busy and stressing, our thoughts second guessing, and this we're confessing. The smile we wear has turned to a frown. I say, your mind's full of worry, you're tired and sorry, exhaustion and hurry, your days are a flurry. You're washed out, shattered, worn down and blue. I feel agitated, I once felt elated, these feelings I've hated, I'm no longer faded. There's still one more thing I can do. Going outside, I'm gonna burn some Cali weed, play my ukulele till my consciousness is freed. I'm going outside, there's so far that I could go, walking through these hills until the evening sun's aglow. Forget about gin and tonic, just give me a bag of chronic and a torch for when the sun goes down. I'm going outside, I'm gonna trudge these weary feet across the ground. Well, fliggity-doo-da-day.
On the road we've travelled on, we've been chanting down Babylon, from London's Buckingham Palace to the Isle of Avalon. In the white spring cleaning my hippie bling, this the song we sing when we're rolling like a king. Nature speaks to me, we get wisdom from the trees, whispered on the breeze. Between the leaves, we get knowledge just from walking through the park. From microbes to morphogenic fields expressed through our arts. The lucky ones gain wisdom from living in nature, waking up to trees instead of traffic. I prefer that flavour. So oil, gas and fracking are lacking in common sense, and rainbow warriors of all colours come in Earth's defence.
This country's has seen inexpensive, so we know the places I've been, all the beauty I've seen, all the psilocybin and the ounces of green I've consumed. It between these two hilltops I mean something you can't imagine. To me this is heaven. Tucked in my van in a sweet part of Devon, and after 11 I'll sleep until 7. And then I'll say, when morning is calling, after work I'll be stalling. Not rich, I'm not falling, not poor, I'm not falling behind. Cause life can be unkind when you work, life is a grind. Stuck in a bank and unwind, you'll find many these bills ain't need paying. Not preaching, just saying, society's failing. Some sink or some are sailing on the brink, nearly failing. To sin crimes I'm nailing, making thick truths I'm hailing. Instinct never failing. Whoa, 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 I'm gonna burn some Cali weed, play my ukulele till my consciousness is freed. I'm going outside, there's so far that I could go, walking through these hills until the evening sun's aglow. Forget about gin and tonic, just give me a bag of chronic and a torch for when the sun goes down. I'm going outside, I'm gonna trudge these weary feet across the ground. Well, fliggity-doo-da-day.
bars on the Vagabond Bardic vibe. He's part of the tribe, you know it, Whoa, whoa. Big up Kev the poet, dropping bars on the Vagabond Bardic vibe. He's part of the tribe, you know it. And if we feel the love, then show it. And if we feel the beats, we'll flow it. Maybe small enough, but we got the know-how, so that'll show how we will grow it. I said good sound we make with these bars to make you stay and dance even when it's time to leave. I said good sound to bring you sweet relief. When the crowd out there are vibing, they're confiding, they just can't believe a new song or sound we sing, our lyrics are right. We're breaking down convention, busting stereotypes. Sticking it out, we shout with more clout, cause our shows bring us hype. Flow and finesse bring always addressing how we sound on the mic. Then after it's finished, they don't know what they've witnessed. Kev with the mic in one hand and me with a Guinness. Say come and meet us after, we ain't angry or sinister. Pitter and pattering, gentle and flattering, but we'll blow your mind, sister. Deeply spiritual, lyrical, you know who the vibe. Spring split and sing a song of sixpence on a nursery rhyme. Ting dressed in hippie attire, we ain't covered in nice bling. We ain't rowdy causing trouble, we doing the right thing. Disease doesn't cease as our society erodes. Social problems increase as inequality grows. The Tories with their stories, imminent immigrants and the blows. I'm betting they never be fretting, they're getting a setting they eagerly chose. It's rusty and grimy, the ladder we're climbing, the rungs at the top of all studying, chanting the rungs at the bottom are flaky and rotten. Communities out there stay poor and forgotten. Start halfway up or more easily reach the price. Social mobility means to bleak optimize. Our foundation dies, that's what the problem lies. Just for greatness you may find to your surprise. Passes of green and potential unseen, like you woke from a dream somewhere sweet and serene. Wherever you've been or whoever you've seen, believe in yourself and you'll foster good self-esteem. What? Give it all that you got. If your tune flops, still keep singing. If you paint a sunrise, no the pictures, no advice, no despise, cause you're still winning. I said good sound we make with these bars to make you stay and dance even when it's time to leave. I said good sound to bring you sweet relief. When the crowd out there are vibing, they're confiding, they just can't believe. What's this cock with a top knot got? He ain't good stock, he just blew. With a little foresight, I wouldn't jump on the mic, doesn't know what he's just put us through. But I know my flow is pro, and so we keep on spitting these words so true. And if I can believe in me, I'm telling you that you can believe in you. Say you can believe in you. Say you can believe in you. Say you can believe in you. When the crowd out there are vibing, they're confiding, they just can't believe.
Standard procedure. KP Kev the poet, nice to meet you. No need to battle, I'll just a feature. Rather collab, do straight double feature. Wait, double timeline, work double my mind with mere illusion. Just bare confusion. Masses misled by mainstream media. Own but select few, they've been deceiving you. Doesn't even matter, this rapper slash poet. Them no trouble, we your pan, your nose, it still spread love. Has got some festivals, autonomous law. Eating raw vegetables, thanks Mother Earth. Hulk when I'm strong, more like Galactus or Unicron. No need to battle, cause we're all one. One life vibration that we call on. Not a rebel anymore, I'm just being honest. Writing my own plot, watching the lost. It's rebel when I wanna, smell man one on the corner. I can rest when I'm a goner, last forever with infinite consciousness. Smiling between breaths, yes, but onto this, doing the right thing. Visiting temptation when it's inviting, but not restricted by rules or guilt. No Babylon, no regrets. King picks a queen out of those princesses, living in nature with loads of pets. Standard procedure, be a believer. Standard procedure, be a believer.
Good sound we make with these bars to make you stay and dance even when it's time to leave. I said good sound to bring you sweet relief. When the crowd out there are vibing, they're confiding, they just can't believe.
Looking through my soul's eye, not my ego's eye, cause my ego died. I wanna say a long time ago, but I don't know what it's time or where's my mind. Step out of the box to read the vibes, don't be deceived, it's always you that gets to decide if you rise above. Now watch us fly as we unplug from the matrix. Just open your mind when you blaze space. It's different world when you awaken and it's worth it. So keep chasing your dreams on your soul's pavement. On a soul mission out here, don't need no day shift. Just positively vibing on a brainwave trip. Wanna know why I'm always psychedelic trippy? Because life is a trip, you are infinite, there ain't no limits to what you think. One love, it's unconditional, feel it, spread it around and we'll all be free. Love is fundamental to our existence and how we be. Love is the essence, open up, let it bleed. Humanity lost its way for a while, but love is all we need. Love will heal the world, abolish all the greed. Everything's energy, we are interdimensional, not what it seems. It's all about vibes, it's all about frequencies and energy. Raise up the vibes in the mind like telepathy. Don't be afraid, it's only you anyway. We are one like a speck of dust that is featherweight, floating through galaxies, but our energy is heavyweight. Gotta heal ourselves inwardly, cause we set the pace. What's mystic is the fact that we're holistic, we're everything. What's mystic is the fact that we're holistic, we're everything.
Good sound we make with these Bars to make you stay and dance even when it's time to leave. I said sound, good sound to bring you sweet relief. When the crowd out there are vibing, they're confiding, they just can't believe. Jeez! Yes. Bars on the Vagabond Bardic vibe, we're part of the tribe, you know it. When the crowd out there are vibing, they're confiding, they just can't believe.
A new way, a new way. It's time we're thinking about a new way, a new way, a new way. It's time we're thinking about a new way. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Conscious rhythms taking me to a place I wanna go. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. The words I speak are all I need to make the music flow, to make the music flow now, to make the music flow, to make the music flow now, to make the music flow. Stand up, don't give the man love, stand up for your rights. Policies are broken and dishonesties are spoken, but just keep your life goals inside.
Don't give up the fight.
Love will keep you guessing,
No,
while the
no.
system keeps you stressing. Got to disregard them messing while you keep in mind your blessings. Time will keep you living while the universe keeps giving. Just forget about the stealing while the words I speak are healing. Expel your inner demons so the legacy you're leaving got you working while you're breathing towards a higher state of being. Days in which you wallow make you worry about tomorrow while you're empty, sad and hollow. It's your heart you need to follow. Take a stance cause there's a chance that it will make our lives enhanced. Don't tell me that we can't, we need to get together, man, developing our inner peace. Make sure all the violence cease and life will find a new release when days will fade like a breeze. A new way, it's time we're thinking about a new way, a new way, a new way. It's time we're thinking about a new way. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Conscious rhythms taking me to a place I wanna go. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. The words I speak are all I need to make the music flow, to make the music flow now, to make the music flow, to make the music flow now, to make the music flow. The politics of fear used to control us year to year, so that the poor will live or stare at the while the rich just left us near. It's now we build our vision to take back the wealth they're stealing. Time to make the change we're feeling and to cry the hand they're dealing.
Brothers and sisters,
It's time to unite.
time to
It's time to
unite.
steer our lives towards a future that's bright.
Don't give up the
The
fight.
politics of
No, no.
greed have reached unprecedented heights. Our economic system's based on lies and short sight. A new way, a new way. It's time we're thinking about a new way, a new way, a new way. It's time we're thinking about a new way. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Conscious rhythms taking me to a place I wanna go. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. The words I speak are all I need to make the music flow, to make the music flow now, to make the music flow, to make the music flow now, to make the music flow. A new way, a new way. It's time we're thinking about a new way, a new way. It's time we're thinking about a new way.
Consciousness is slowly on the rise. We now know how our endless growth will lead to our demise. Unreactive politics infused with corporate ties. Disregard for green issues we know to be unwise. The rainforest is half removed by loggers in their trucks. The polar bears are drowning, but no one gives two fucks. Global climate's warm so that BP makes its bucks. Capitalist destruction and their way of thinking sucks. It's time to think of better days, it's time to dream anew. Consider how we treat the earth and all we put it through. The natural world sustains us, is the truest part of you. Here's a little list of things that we can start to do. I said clean up the waterways and replant the forests. Don't overfish the oceans, let their ecosystems flourish. Rampant human interest, our values should discourage. Oneness with the natural world, our spirits will be nourished. Clean up the waterways and replant the forests. Don't overfish the oceans, let their ecosystems flourish. Rampant human interest, our values should discourage. Oneness with the natural world, our spirits will be nourished.
Acting as if we only have one planet is clever. We're all in it together, whatever the weather. Acting as if we only have one planet is clever. We're all in it together, whatever the weather. XR demand the government tell the truth and declare a climate emergency. Save the youth, pass targets to reduce carbon emissions and form a citizens' assembly to implement systems. But carbon's not the only pollutant. Ice caps melting, sea levels rising. Is carbon tax a solution? It's time for humanity to ascend through humility, not through humiliation, but through love vibration. Acting as if we only have one planet is clever. We're all in it together, whatever the weather. Maybe change our whole infrastructure to renewable energy. If you hurt Mother Earth, you are your own enemy. Maybe replace oil-based plastics with biodegradable hemp plastic, cause hemp swaps carbon for oxygen, it saves us all. Meanwhile they create rogue states and excuses to take their oil. We need more O2 in the air and more nutrition in the soil. Acting as if we only have one planet is clever. We're all in it together, whatever the weather. Acting as if we only have one planet is clever. We're all in it together, whatever the weather.
I said clean up the waterways and replant the forests. Don't overfish the oceans, let their ecosystems flourish. Rampant human interest, our values should discourage. Oneness with the natural world, our spirits will be nourished. Clean up the waterways and replant the forests. Don't overfish the oceans, let their ecosystems flourish. Rampant human interest, our values should discourage. Oneness with the natural world, our spirits will be nourished. Flying out to space, the world is frying. Mother Earth is broken, crying, while the Western world keeps buying. If we're sustainable, we're thriving. We may still be alive in 100 years if we're surviving. There could be bright horizons, but our greed may feed the seed of pain. In P-pop we need once again that corporate creed, that sad refrain could lead us all astray again. We fester while we test our limits in cheap consumer goods and gimmicks. You may think I'm a boring cynic, then sadly in a blink we're finished. Water for the species, more than half of which we've killed. The conment of their feces, politicians' lies are skilled. They make us think it's peachy, with deceit our heads are filled. I know I may sound preachy, greater good should be instilled. Greater good should be instilled.
Acting as if we only have one planet is clever. We're all in it together, whatever the weather.
I said clean up the waterways and replant the forest. Don't overfish the oceans, let their ecosystems flourish. Rampant human interest, our values should discourage. Oneness with the natural world, our spirits will be nourished. Clean up the waterways and replant the forest. Don't overfish the oceans, let their ecosystems flourish. Rampant human interest, our values should discourage. Oneness with the natural world, our spirits will be nourished. Remember all the lives lost to hardship, and when we build a better world, it's you folks we start with. Remember all the suffering and poverty, unequal share of property is widespread, no anomaly. Remember, in this world they call the first, there's people in the world they call the third who have it worse. Remember, when the terrorists cause pain, there's terror in the hearts and minds of those who stand to gain. The ethics that we're preaching have some limit to their scope. The Western world is balling while some other regions broke. Trade relations favor certain nations, while taxes for commodities from poorer states we're raising. It's kind of brazen, but for many it's not phasing. Cheap food and all we benefit, and the rich have their tax havens. Not here for shaming, but the victims get the blame when unequal trade is treated like it's neutral or fair game. And I ain't saying ignore your breakfast while you're shopping at the store, or buy your fair trade diamonds that aren't stained with blood from war. Just recognize your fortune, cause you're lucky, I implore. If the paradox ain't obvious, let me explain some more. Historically the dominant still dominate today. Our country's violent past is how we get a handsome pay. So leader, can life be your best? Let ethics lead the way. But global structure's unfair and they persist to this day. But where do we go now? I don't even know how to answer you, son, I don't ask. I'm picking the politics, tricking the dollar, rich hitting a power's a task. Paradoxical fight means that doing what's right could mean losing your life to a mask. The powerful interest marauders as invest has been blessed by those who hold fast. Remember all the lives lost to hardship, and when we build a better world, it's you folks we start with. Remember all the suffering and poverty, unequal share of property is widespread, no anomaly. Remember, in this world they call the first, there's people in the world they call the third who have it worse. Remember, when the terrorists cause pain, he's tearing up the mic when my man Steve is on his game.
Things have been going too far, right? Moving back into apartheid. Life sounds too hard. Why waste of your energy to pass time? Holding down a man because his skin a different colour, and you think that we take and that we won't. Wait, we'll rise up, consider yourself fucked, and finally try to put the past right. No opportunity to pass, right? Time to answer for your past crimes. Hang on for the first and the last. Bite, drop your bodies in the river on the coast, and vibes not right to see the you coasted by reaping opportunity that other folks deny, and making money that has costed other folks in life. It's where the ukulele vagabond testifies. Remember, you don't have to follow their game. To the people who in power, see a number, not a name. And remember that it's never gonna change unless we standing up in unity against a machine with rage. No, no, no.
Not sure about the future, cause cause it's looking kinda shaky. Fuck's sake, gee, it's a state, see. Why can't we all be matey? Not sure about the youth, cause the earth they will inhabit may have had it cause they're rabid, and all the wealth they grab it. There I go again. Who are they, you ask? Fair point, I'm being vague, it's time I take them to task. Politics is broken and an overthrow I'm hoping, and the discord I am stoking against the capitalist class, not joking. I'm a Marxist amongst half-wits, the Greek starts with the real narcissist. I'm a narcissist, we fight hard to assist, while the hoarding all the money is too far resist. Some are starting with a leg up, they discard the rest, and they're reaping all the profits, it's a fast not blessed. And they're keeping all the property we can't collect, all the surplus of the labour that is ours, not theirs. Collectivise or else the debt will rise, more private jets will fly, while the best will die. While the poverty's increasing, you'll be next while I will be searching for a change because they're scared, say lie. Politicians on the mission so the pets will thrive, investing in the market that the blessed despise. Division, animosity, revision, do it properly. Decisions that we gotta see the visions, not for you or me. Remember all the lives lost to hardship, and when we build a better world, it's you folks we start with. Remember all the suffering and poverty, unequal share of property is widespread though anomaly. Remember, in this world they call the first, there's people in the world they call the third who have it worse. Remember, when the terrorists cause pain, there's terror in the hearts and minds of those who stand to gain. Yes.